Now let's go live to Bolton now, where I'm delighted to say we can talk to Amir Khan, fresh off his fifth-round victory over Marco Antonio Barrera on Saturday. Many congratulations, Amir. Great to talk to you. First of all, how are you feeling both physically and mentally a couple of days after the fight?
Yeah, physically, I feel strong and I feel good. I've got no aches or pains. I've suffered a little cut in the fight, got a few stitches there, but other than that, everything's gone really well. I feel happy with my performance. And, I can't wait to get in the ring again and fight.
You got the result on a technical knockout, but did you feel that, your knockout was coming just moments later? I mean, did you feel in full control?
That's right. I felt full in control in the fight. I was strong. I was catching him with some good shots, and I could see him getting weaker and weaker as the rounds went on. I think if the fight had gone any more longer, maybe another 1 or 2 rounds, I think I would have probably knocked him out. I was catching him with some good clean shots.
Where do you rank that knockout, as it were, in your professional career so far? Is that the highlight for you?
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, probably my whole boxing career. This fight was probably one of the biggest fights I was having, and to beat a legend the way I did, it's a massive highlight in my career, and it's going to take me on to the next level. Get me known all around the world and get a lot bigger fights.
We heard from Frank Warren before the fight, who seemed a little bit nervous. Was there tension within yourself as well? I mean, how much pressure did you feel under before the fight?
Well, yeah, every fight you feel pressure. But in this fight, it was make or break fight for me. I had to win this fight if I wanted to become a world champion this year. I had to win this fight if I wanted to get anywhere at the top of the rankings and fighting the best. So it was all about, this was make or break for me. I did have pressure on me, but, the pressure did help me. I was nervous in the fight. Before the fight, I was nervous, but, it just brought the best out of me.
I read a little bit earlier on about the intensity of your training under Freddie Roach. Can you just tell us how tough it was and what kind of a regime he put you through?
Yeah, Freddie trains us hard. In LA, I spent about 7 weeks there for this fight, and I was doing, conditioning work, running in the morning, 6 in the morning. I was doing my sprinting and mountain running towards Hollywood. And in the afternoons I was sparring, doing pad work, hitting the mitts with Freddie, doing technique work, watching videos of Barrera. So the whole camp was just based around just working hard, watching videos, and mentally preparing myself and staying focused.
How far do you feel you've progressed under Roach?
Well, it's my second camp I've spent there now. I've spent about 12 weeks there, and I think as a fighter, it's just changed me as a whole fighter. Hands are up tight. I'm fighting better, I'm more patient, I'm using the right shots, throwing the right shots at the right time, and I'm more comfortable, I'm feeling more comfortable in the ring, and, I'm getting there, the jigsaws just fixing together now, yeah.
I know you're not a gambling man, but you are 6-4 on to win a world title in 2009. Have you plotted a route towards achieving that?
Oh yeah, this year's my year, beginning of the year I said it's a massive year for me, 2009. And I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to have some big fights, and to start the year off and fighting Marco Antonio Barrera and beating him, it's a good start. And, there's going to be bigger and better fights, and hopefully I want to fight over in the States this year and also fight bigger names and win a world title.
Who in particular would you like to fight next?
Well, next, there's a few names that I'm going to leave with Frank Warren. I'm just enjoying the win against Barrera. And I'm just going to take things easy now. But there's a few names on the short list that we can fight. But, I'd love to fight Prescott again and other fighters like that. But we just have to wait and see what happens.
I'm interested to get your thoughts on the Prescott fight. Obviously, it didn't go your way on that occasion. Is that something that you've blotted out of your memory, or is it something that spurs you on?
Well, I know I made a mistake in the Prescott fight, and I paid for it, and since the Prescott fight, so much has changed in my whole boxing career. I've moved to LA to train, moved to the Wildcard gym, and, the last fight I had against Barrera, it was a tougher fight it was a tougher fight for me, but it was just a mistake I made in the Prescott fight, and I paid for it. I know if I fight him again, I'm not going to make them mistakes again, and it'll be a total different fight.
You mentioned how much technically Freddie Roach has done for you. How much have you become a more physically sort of developed fighter? How much have you toughened up?
Yeah, you can see my body's changed totally. You can see my legs, they've thickened. I've got a lot of strength in the legs now. Upper body, I was kind of huge. Upper body, I had big shoulders, big arms, and I've kind of, thinned down a little bit, gone a bit leaner. so I'm going to stick to my speed. And, you know, with Freddie in the gym, you know, the hard sparring I did, the hard pad work I did, and it was all about mental focus as well, you know, staying focused mentally, having hard sparring partners, working hard every day, every morning, waking up in the morning, doing the hard runs, afternoon hard sparring sessions with tough class, you know, world champions. You know, the gym was full of world champions, so it helped me a lot.
It obviously has paid off dividends for you. I mean, you mentioned sort of potentially some of the upcoming fights. Rumours around that perhaps you might have an open-air fight at the Reebok Stadium, perhaps in the summer. Is that something you'd like to do, to fight in front of your home fans?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. You know, that's like a dream come true. I'd like to fight over at the Reebok Stadium. It'll be nice if the world title fight was going to be held there. You know, if I can fight there in the Reebok Stadium, I'm sure I can go there and fill the whole arena up. We had a brilliant fan base in Manchester. I'm sure we can do the same at the Reebok Stadium. But yeah, what a day that'll be. You know, it's just down the road from my house, and I think it'll be good for Bolton.
It would be good for Bolton, actually. Your team not doing too badly, 12th in the Premier League at the moment. I can't let you go, though, without a quick question on Manny Pacquiao. I know you train with him a lot. Do you have slightly divided loyalties ahead of his upcoming fight with Ricky Hatton?
Oh yeah, you know, it's going to be a good fight. You know, both fighters are very good friends of mine. I'm good mates with Ricky Hatton. He wished me good luck before the Barrera fight. And I'm good friends with Manny Pacquiao. You know, I train at the same gym. But, you know, for this fight, you know, I'm 50-50. It's a tough fight for both of them. They're both my friends. I'm just going to sit there and relax and just enjoy the fight.
You deserve to do just that. I mean, many, many congratulations, and thanks very much for indeed for joining us this afternoon.